welcome friends across the world. We have a show that will need a little of your own engagement and may possibly send you over the edge with excitement or indeed with rage. As we have often shared, we love the music of Walt Disney World, and tonight we're aiming to add a new overlay or possibly even reintroduce some old standards. I'm sure this could take on a life all of its own, and as always, your ideas in the live chat always comes in helpful. So here's a question. If you could change a ride soundtrack, what would you choose? Welcome to the Great British Mickey Waffle Live.
Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I
go. It's Wednesday. We've made it. Thank goodness. I thought Monday and Tuesday were never ending. Anyway, we have with us to go on a musical journey all of our very own. We have Claire. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm back on the bottom step. I like the fact that
that's quite impressive.
I've also got the brightest jumper in the world on today, which I quite like.
It kind of helps the mood, doesn't it? When you just didn't, you have one of them weeks and you're just like, I just need to wear something that sort of sums up my inner self.
Yeah, that's today.
And hides the outer self at times as well. Like that's possibly one of the best ones. So good to see you. We've also got Becca. Hiya, Becca.
Hello.
How are you?
2 minutes into the show, I'm already yawning, so that's going to be a good one for this evening.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Sorry to be so boring, Becca.
I'm so tired.
Yeah. Tell Ben to elbow you every time.
You will have to.
Maybe it's Ben that's the boring one.
Yeah. You see me hiding behind my drink. I'm not bored. I'm just trying not to fall asleep.
It's what happens when you spend yesterday recording a podcast, which will be out on the 15th of October.
Oh, and it was a good one as well.
It really was. And one that will actually even wants me to spend even more money the next time we go to Disney World.
Don't they all do that?
Yeah, I don't know. Disney are helping themselves with that fact at the minute.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I think that in a minute.
Yes.
I think as well, I think this is worth saying because actually the show that is out on the 15th actually kind of evolved from a lot of what we do on a Wednesday. And it had a lot of questions that people had sent in to ask us via social media, which is really different and something that I probably imagine a few years ago, before we'd started doing this Wednesday show, we would never have dreamt of being able to address questions that are getting thrown at us and things like that. So a massive thank you for people who sent questions in. And again, thanks to everybody who actually gets in touch. Even if you're watching the show on catch up or you're listening on catch up, get in touch with us on the Wafflers Arms. You are always welcome because actually that's what we do. If you're watching live, you can join us in the live chat. If you're not able to be live, that's still good. We're still here anyway. Anyway, you have heard him, but I haven't welcomed Ben in. So welcome to Ben.
Thank you, John. Yeah,
I nearly forgot that. You know, yeah.
I was waiting for like 10 minutes to go past, then But no, it was a good show last night. I'm looking forward to tonight. And once we get over the news and things, it's just, I don't know, we all love music. And it's just the topic of, we all know that Rock and Roller Coaster's day is numbered with Aerosmith. And the Muppets is... There's so
I think
that's where all of this
that's
has
at
come
the
from,
root of this whole show, and I think that for me is one of the real things about what we're going to get on a chat about. Let's get the news out of the way, right? Let's do that because actually, let's do news. There we go. Right. So I'm going to keep this as positive as possible, right? So announced hot off the press today. If you go to Walt Disney World tomorrow, everything's more expensive. There you go. I think that's the only way I
Easy.
can describe it.
What I
Including
love is
parking
that-
at $35.
Oh, we've had a discussion about
We
that
have.
tonight.
Mm.
We're trying to work out, do we justify booking a night on site using DVC points to get around the extra cost in parking that we would have paid if we're doing a day at EPCOT? Then we have a little resort day as well.
There's a little bit of number
There's a bit of thought of like, I don't want to pay.
spreadsheeting to be done.
I've got these DVC points. Shall I use them for that than actually rocking up and paying $35 for a day? At
And then there's the thought of, well, if we're going to do that, we might as well make sure it's on an evening when there's extra evening hours so we can get even more time.
Yeah. So
I think one of the things that if you
Okay.
ended up using DVC points to actually pay for the parking, you know,
yeah,
the way it's going,
madness.
you're like, oh, here's 5 points. It's like,
Madness.
it's one of them things. And I think you feel it's really funny because you actually look on socials today and everyone's like, oh, it's disgraceful, disgusting, this, that. But actually, it doesn't stop many people from going.
It's the same every year.
It
The
is
same
exactly the
thing
same.
happens twice
How
a
long-
year, in fact.
yeah. How
Everyone
long
goes,
before
"Oh,
Yeah.
How long before Universal up there's parking? Because they're 30 at the
Friday,
minute.
I reckon.
Yeah.
Well, I
Friday,
thought
that's
they
fine.
were. I thought they were 35 already.
I thought they were 30, but
Oh, I think
Universal's 35.
yeah.
in Disneyland it's $40.
Oh,
Yeah, see?
Like,
Great.
It's
Pretty
Pretty good.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's something you just, regardless of when you plan your trip, you put it into your budget, put it into your spreadsheet, and go like, that's going to cost me $40 a day, unless I'm staying on site or
might be cheaper to get an Uber.
I think that was the conversation we've
There's
had.
a fine
Because
line.
This summer, we got Ubers into the parks mainly because it meant I could have a few beers,
Mm.
right? But if you get an Uber in and an Uber out to the area we're staying at the 192, it was cheaper than parking,
Right.
right?
okay.
That's a
So-
no-brainer then.
So now they put that price up. Unless Uber put their prices on, Uber or
Yeah.
Lyft, I hasten to add, because we use Lyft
Yeah,
a couple
of
of
course.
times.
Yeah.
And unless they put their prices up, it's actually
Yeah.
is going to be that bit of like, well, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not getting
Yeah.
the money from the
You're gonna-
parking,
You're going to
but
spend more money on
I'm-
beer, though,
I
John.
know.
That's the problem. You're going to get your
Yeah.
cash
I
somehow.
know.
Yeah, but I think we'd rather spend $35 on beer than we would on
I would
parking.
rather give them money for
Yeah.
beer than money for parking. Let's face
Yeah.
it.
And also money for a bottle of water, where it's like $7 for a smart water now.
Don't
Probably.
do that.
'Cause it was $6.50 in the summer.
Don't
If
do
it's
it.
gone up tomorrow, $7.
Don't do it. Don't buy it.
No,
Just get
no.
free water.
Free water from
Yeah,
Starbucks.
and if you want bottled water, buy it from Walmart, Publix, or Target. It's
don't-
going to be a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
You're going to do it that
definitely.
way.
Every year we have this conversation and people go moan
Yeah.
about the price hikes and then they book their next trip.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
It
I
will
actually
decide.
don't know what that threshold would ever be for people to go, I'm not going. There will be some people, unfortunately, who it does price out of the market, who might have to go, well, we're not going to go next year, we're going to go the year after,
Yeah.
or we're going to have to
Or-
save for an extra 6 months or whatever
Or
that
do
looks
people
like.
change your trip? Do people
Reduce their days or
I
don't know.
remember the days that we would always do. Every trip would be a Universal and Disney trip. But
I
actually, going forward, that's not going to happen.
It'll be one or
I
the other.
just think that Wendy's nailed it.
I think that's absolutely superb.
Let's have a think about it.
Yeah.
So we love Disney,
Yeah.
but we
Yeah.
still pay the price, and actually we just have to whine about it a little.
Yeah.
And actually,
Yeah.
just that I've seen Wendy's comment, but also a big hi to Surf Bum.
Yeah.
Thanks
Yeah.
for joining us, John.
Mm.
Appreciate you being there.
Long time no see.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of positivity. What I like is when Disney do these price raises, on the same day they announce something slightly more positive. So it's just like, okay, here's something
Yeah.
positive. Here's the price increase. But
Yeah.
yeah, they have announced the opening date for Zootopia Better Together,
Yes,
which opens to the public on the 7th of November with previews on the 5th and 6th for pass holders.
correct.
So that's going to be interesting. You're going to be out there in December, Claire.
Yeah.
Will
but
you
they-
be?
I'll go. Yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
It's something new. I always try something new. It can't
Yeah.
be any worse than it's tough to be a bug.
Yeah.
Really can't be.
Controversial.
Having never done it.
We never
I
did it,
love-
but I have to
I
admit,
love
listening to the soundtrack and just
You never did it.
Oh,
no,
No.
no. By the time we got to do it,
Not
it
sad that we never did it.
I don't have words, Ben. The other thing they announced today, which made me giggle slightly, was that all the festival booths are now contactless only. There is no cash.
No cash.
You can't pay with cash at any of the festival booths from
Oh.
it literally appeared overnight. So
There's a
if
sign that
you-
says like if you have got cash, you can go,
you can
and
go
get
buy
gift
a
card.
gift card, which is what we talked about recently, actually, is buying a gift card and using that. So don't take your notes, they won't be accepted.
Oh wow.
See, I have to admit, we took $100 cash with us this trip, and there's not. I have to admit,
How much did you use?
Well, I think we did a lot of his tips when we were
yeah,
with the
I was
family,
gonna say,
but other than that, that was it. It was
I've
like
been
we didn't
taking the
actually-
same $250 backwards and forwards for the last 2 years. I haven't,
Wow.
I just haven't used cash because, like, when you're paying on the app, if you're mobile ordering on stuff that is done on the app, and otherwise it's just, it's painful, but you get the bill later. But it's so easy just to Apple Pay or whatever.
That's the bit that gets me about paying by card all the time. It's the
You
bill.
don't know what you're spending.
Exactly.
And that's why they do it. Because
And that's
you
why
don't
it's on
think
the.
about
That's
it.
why I thought the Magic Band was ideal, especially you're on site, you just charge it to your room
Right.
and everything.
Just
But-
it's done.
But
It's-
what's interesting about Magic Band, they've changed it, and not that now, but they have now removed any discounts for booking a pre-arrival Magic Band for hotel guests and annual pass holders.
Yeah.
So now you've got to pay. If you want your Magic Band, it's now full price.
Yeah. But I think having a cashless system, they're assuming that's going to be quicker, it's less risk, it's I don't think, as I say, I haven't used cash in
It is
Disney
the way.
other than
I wonder if
tipping
it is.
at the bar. That's the only time I use cash, is for bar tipping.
Yeah.
And even then that's unusual because often they'll just add it onto the bill.
Yeah. Let us know in the chat when you're at Disney. Do you use cash or do you use card or contactless? I have to admit, I can't remember the last time that I was in Disney, and especially this summer, that when you buy merchandise, I just open the app and scan the barcode.
Mobile checkout.
Yeah, because it's
Love
great
it.
because I like to be able to see it automatically adds my discount, so
But
I
it's
can see how
dangerous.
much it is that
Yeah,
I'm
but
spending. But
It just becomes another line on your card bill, and you've got no idea how much you're spending. But that's the whole point. I think the last time I used cash in Disney was when I gave Morgan. So that would have been nearly 18 months ago.
Yeah.
I gave Morgan all the cash that I had in my wallet before I left when he was there on program. I'd taken him out and I left him there. I was like, "Have you got any cash?" He's like, So I literally went through my wallet and kept $20, but gave him everything I had, and he used it. Funnily enough, he was able to make use of the cash. But yeah, I just I think it was a long time coming. I'm surprised it's taken this long, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
If it makes the queues go quicker around the festival booths, I'm all up for that.
Yeah,
I think that is very possibly the reason why. Isn't it? Anyway, I'm gonna move us on because we could talk about this all night, couldn't we? I'm just gonna make a little note because we missed this last week, and actually, I felt it was it just came too late for the show last week, and actually, it's the death of Jane Goodall, who's a friend of Animal Kingdom, and actually someone who guided Joe Rody with her exploration of the lives of chimpanzees in Tanzania. Absolutely amazing, the reaction, not just from the Disney community, but from the wider community, to acknowledge her role. And I just thought it'd be a little bit remiss of us to actually not mention that, because actually such an absolute incredible sort of proponent of the lives of animals, and actually the study of chimpanzees. I can't speak highly enough of her. That was one bit. Spaceship Earth reopens October 25th.
I bet you it still breaks every single time.
I don't
very
get it.
short closure.
I
That
can't
was
wait
like
to
2
see
months.
what.
I don't know what they were doing.
Probably-
Maybe they're like taping up the bit of cloth that's torn above the camera when you have your photo taken.
Replacing the
dear.
camera, hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't know. I quite like half my face on the picture. It's like that.
The thing is, they could just use AI to fill the rest of that in nowadays. So I don't know.
I just feel that I'm going to wait until the 25th and see exactly what's changed, what's improved.
Bit of painting. That might be about it.
Maybe some of the lights, the LED lights on the outside, have been fixed. Maybe that's what they were doing.
What the 3 green ones and the blue one that irritate
Yeah,
people.
maybe that lad who's painting the ceiling in the Sistine Chapel, maybe he's finished. after all these years, maybe he's finally got that last
From
dab of cake.
1982, he's still going.
Oh dear. Tell you what, staying at Epcot. This is something that actually starts. You can actually book it from tomorrow, right? But it runs from the 28th of November to December the 30th. It's $59, which is actually more expensive than the usual daytime version. But they're doing a glimmering greenhouses version of Behind the Seeds. Now, I don't see any pictures, but this looks absolutely unmissable.
Oh, don't say that. I was thinking.
I know, but Claire, it just looks amazing. And when I first saw it, I just thought, and I probably thought,
I'm going to have to buy it. Oh, no, I'm going to have to book it.
It just looks amazing. And and Behind the Seeds is such an incredible.
It's great.
Sort of experience. Anyway.
I feel like we need to run in total of how much that we spent extra during the show.
I think that's exactly it.
How much is it? $59.
Yeah.
Less annual pass discount.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably about a tenner usually.
It just looks incredible. And actually, if
I'm
anybody's
planning to
looking
pop
for
into Epcot the first evening I'm there.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's brilliant.
I will take a look tomorrow. I may book it. I'll let people know.
I think you will.
Yeah.
I think you will. Let me see what else. What else been happening? Oh, Disney Springs Line Garage, right, or Garage, depending on how you want to pronounce it.
Every time.
It's closing, right? It's closing for structural maintenance. Now, either they're going to go and water all of that outdoor cladding. Where in August everything just kind of dies off and things like that. But yeah, for 2 months.
I wonder if someone's hit one of the pillars or something.
2 months.
2 months. That's going to cause utter chaos.
Oh, because you've got the other one across the other side of the road.
The one that nobody goes to.
There's always but I don't want to have to cross over that bridge, thank you.
No, I don't
but
quite
what
like
is interesting, they are reopening it for President's Day weekend. So it can't need to be closed for that long.
Yeah.
No, it'll be fine.
No.
They'll have it open by Thanksgiving, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of things,
we'll drive past and see what the construction's like when we're there in January.
Yeah, definitely. Go and stick your head in and see what they're actually doing. That's what intrigues me.
Probably
the
not
word
a lot.
Structural maintenance really sort of hit home, like, you know.
I reckon someone's driven into one of the pillars. Or
I
something.
think you might be right. Might be that. Speaking of maintenance, Cali River Rapids is now closed until December for its annual refurb. I don't know about you guys.
I wouldn't be riding it in December anyways.
It's start again. I think is that possibly one that we can keep an eye on and maybe do a future show.
It's earlier than planned because normally it's like January to March, but with Dinosaur closing in February, they made sure.
So everyone wants to go and ride it in January.
No, well,
it is, I suppose.
Maybe Ben and Becca could do it as a live part of a show or something.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Animal Kingdom.
Like southwestern.
We could put that poncho theory to the test, couldn't we?
Poncho,
no poncho.
Dry road.
Yeah. Poncho, what I'll do is I'll have like an umbrella as well and
thermals a lot.
Yeah. Staying in Animal Kingdom, Harambe Market more permits have been issued, but could possibly the reason why is that maybe with Restaurantosaurus closing, I think that what they're doing is maybe just looking at the food options. I'm reading into why the permits have been issued. I'm not clever enough to actually read the permits and see what exactly is planned, but I think that seems to be they just want additional food outlets. And actually, when Harambe Market actually first opened, there was a cracking selection of different foods. And what I really noticed this year was the fact that selection isn't there. Everywhere just sells, it's just basically three windows.
The same thing.
And they sell the same stuff. I thought,
it's a bit like, it reminds me of when they changed Cosmic Rays, and you used to have like the three different options, and some did something, some did the other.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what they've done there. They've just made it generic across the board.
Yeah.
The thing about it, and I love Harambe Marketplace, and I think there are some really good food things around that area because you've got the Kusafari Bakery as well, which is great for breakfast, but it shuts at lunchtime. And I just think there is nowhere in the shade to sit. So if you're there in summer, You know, they've got some great food options, but you can't sit anywhere because you melt. So, you know, I think it would be good if they maybe put up some awning or something just to give some shade.
Just a little bit like what they've done in Hollywood Studios with Woody's Lunchbox. They've realised, like, oh, people are melting in the summer. We need to do something about it.
Yeah, but it took them long enough to do that. So goodness knows how long that's going to take in Animal Kingdom. You know, I think another thing.
Dinosaur will be open as indie before that happens.
Yeah, possibly. Another thing to bear in mind, if you've never been to that part of Animal Kingdom, which some people miss, do look on the walls as you're walking in, and whilst you're inside, there are some amazing bits, a little bit of artwork here and there, a little bit of hidden Mickeys. There's some really brilliant, just little Disney-esque things to see. Well worth going to. Last bit of news, I think at the moment, I think we've covered everything else. But yeah, Stardust Races have reopened at Universal this week.
Yes, it has. Yeah,
which is really good, because actually, if you go back and listen to the start of the month podcast, it's only when the podcast came out and then the ride shut, and I'm like, oh my word. And I described it as being the best roller coaster I've ever been on. I'm thinking, well, that didn't age very well, did it? Like, you know, so yeah. And I'm going to finish with one bit of positivity. Now, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this, but a friend of the show, whose daughter I am teaching to drive, Simon, brought me this from Buc-ee's. Now, I'm not sure whether he was being mischievous in actually giving this to me in the first place. I tried my best to thank him. I would also say the amount of sugar in this is actually enough to... oh, yeah, Ben's getting clever here. Look.
You've got to get closer to the beaver nuggets.
I'm not, yeah. Now, how you come up with a term of a beaver nugget, I just don't
What
know.
is a beaver nugget, John? I don't know what it is.
Does it say what the calories are like?
It's a little bit like it's got toffee on it's toffee encrusted. If you imagine what
is it sticky?
I've not opened them yet.
Open them and eat one.
It doesn't seem to be. I tried to crush one. It actually looks like a Monster Munch kind of on the inside, but covered in toffee. Because I was thinking it looked a little bit like popcorn. It could be like popcorn, but it's not. Yeah. It's actually definitely sort of a crisp type texture. But
it's like you say it's like a Monster Munch with it's like a beaver munch.
A beaver munch. No, yeah, I do like a good beaver munch. So that'd be quite an intriguing.
I'm just googling what they are, and it's like I've just got a really long ingredients list here.
It's Don't look at the ingredients, Ben. It's
no.
I read them once. I actually looked at the nutritional facts on it.
Don't do that.
It's just like
ever.
Yeah, it's just like let's not even go there. But
yeah, I was going to say they do different flavors.
It'd be worth sharing simply for the fact that I know that a trip to Buc-ee's is top of everyone's list. But yeah.
Thank you, Wendy. It's like puffed popcorn with a coating.
There you go.
Okay.
That's
What
sugar
flavors can you get? You can get sea salted caramel, cinnamon sweet, white cheddar.
I was doing so well up until that point, Ben. Good grief. Avoid the cheese flavour or the seafood. Oh dear.
Sorry, rap music.
So Simon,
so well.
Simon, Wendy, and Izzy, thank you so much for that. If that was the intended outcome that you hoped, then it worked. Yeah, I'll have you for at the football at the weekend, Simon. That's it.
Oh my goodness.
But I just thought, there you go. That was my little bit of positivity that was going to balance off the rant that we might have had about the prices going up. But we didn't rant about it. We were actually quite nice. Anyway, I'm going to move on with the show because actually we're way deep into this, and this is something.
I'm so excited about talking about this. Come on. I
know, and it's a light bulb moment that came from our previous Wednesday show. And to be honest, we try to keep a lid on it. Even last week, I think we started talking about it as an impromptu sort of thing. So here we go. what songs? Let's start with where we actually started this whole conversation, and that was with Rock and Roller Coaster with the Muppets as your host. What songs should the Muppets actually be singing, or maybe what songs should they be playing? It depends how they retheme it. Muppets might be DJs.
I want to hear Mana Mana.
No.
Just in the queue.
Oh, in the
Somewhere
queue
in the
line.
queue.
Yeah, that'd be okay.
See, I think that's the difference about what we're going to talk about tonight. Whether is it something you do for the ride, or is it something you do for the surrounding area of the ride? Because I remember a few years ago,
that might be a whole different topic.
We've got a rock and roller
back
coaster, and there was a bit where we just heard Queen music being played, and it was just like, okay, was this like something that might be coming in the future? But who knows what the Muppets are going to do?
Well, I think the Muppets can do a bit of Queen. They've done Bohemian Rhapsody before.
Yep.
So I would say.
Could you imagine though if we did
Muppets
Bohemian
do
Rhapsody, Claire? Can we not reenact?
7.5 minute ride. Thank you very much. I go round 6 times. And the photo opportunity would have to be all 4 faces in the car. That'd be great.
It might have to be something slightly shorter, like We Will Rock You.
No.
It would just be a snippet, wouldn't it?
So Queen, one of my favourite bands ever, obviously.
Yeah.
I think you could do an amazing Muppet montage of Queen. Don't Stop Me Now would be incredible on Rock and Roller Coaster. As would, Fat Bottom Girls. Let's face it, it'd be great. I think that you could do a whole load of different Queen songs in different orders, just snippets of them. Killer Queen would be brilliant. I just think that there's so many things that the Muppets could do. And actually, I'd like it if you had the Muppets or the Muppets doing it, which would also be fun. But I think them taking on some amazing, characteristic band like Queen would be incredible, because it keeps that that theme of rock and roll, or at least really high quality music.
It means keep the guitar outside as well, though.
Yes.
That's
just need to add Brian May's hair.
Oh no!
I think it does need to stay with rock music in general.
But you could have Animal, and it would absolutely.
I'm
work.
with you on that. I would go for Animal. If you went for any Queen song, if you went for Bohemian Rhapsody, could we not have a reenactation of Wayne's World?
Wayne's World.
And just like get the whole ride vehicle. That would be so brilliant.
It's kind of magic. Would be amazing on that coaster. There's so many classic Queen songs that would be the right pace and fun level and excitement, and I think it would be amazing. So Disney, if you're listening, please do that. Please.
I actually can't think of it. You've now sold me so much of the Queen bit. I can't actually envisage any other band actually.
I know.
What about a bit of Bon Jovi? Or Steppenwolf?
I also love Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Not quite as much as Queen, but I do love Bon Jovi. Slippery When Wet album. Nah.
See, Born to Be Wild would be quite good.
Oh yeah, that's a good call.
And
actually, that would be one that the Muppets could do as well.
Or classic rock. Have some Eagles in there as well.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, just have the guitar solo from Hotel California. That would be it. Wouldn't it? There you go. Rides over them.
Yeah. I think there are so many cool options, and Queen's got such a massive back catalogue of music that it would be so easy to compile, and you'd get a different ride every time. Whereas I think the Rock and Roller Coaster has been amazing, and everyone loved it when you got Love in an Elevator and that section of the ride, and it was like a win moment. It didn't happen every time, and I just think that would be it. There's so many great songs. You come off singing it would be in the back of your mind for the rest of the day, which that's the point of that coaster, isn't it? Is to inject music into your and you could keep the exit the exit area where you come off and there's all the lights and you're there. I love that bit. I think it's one of the best exit set platforms for any attraction.
I actually feel that it's the type of refurb that they need to do properly. And actually, I don't think they basically just need to do the soundtrack and the pre-show. Most of the other stuff can just stay exactly the same.
I'd quite like it if they fixed the attraction so it didn't break every 2 minutes as well.
Well, that goes without saying.
Yeah, we don't know. It's like newly themed ride closes every 6 months for 6-month refurb.
Yeah,
it's not.
Or closes every day because actually something doesn't work properly.
Yeah,
which is really frustrating.
But with that opening, well, we know it's opening in summer, so it's going to be interesting to see how far along they are in choosing.
I think there must be. I think there must be, because actually I think one of the biggest things of all is the fact that they'll have had to have paid for the rights for certain songs, etc.
Yeah. I'm sure Roger Taylor will sell them something.
Yeah. I can't imagine anything else but Queen now.
I know. See, it's such a good idea.
Yeah.
Don't stop me now. It's kind of magic.
The only other thing is, if you go totally down the rock side of it, you could go for a band like Rush or something like that.
Okay.
That would be really different than.
I'm assuming this might be proper heavy metal.
Yeah, it's quite not quite. Russia sort of. They're not soft metal, but they're not quite Iron Maiden-esque. But yeah, I think Wendy's about to just guide us nicely.
Wendy, it's like you're part of the team. Thank you so much for that amazing segue. Because I just got my glasses out because I have a list in my phone for the next one.
Why does that not surprise me? I'll tell you what, right? If we just pass over to Claire, right? I'll go. This is going to
have a cup of tea, have your dinner.
I'm going to get some more beers and stuff like that, and then we'll go from there. So, going with Wendy's very insightful message there about Guardians of the Galaxy style, and actually that would work really well on the Muppets ride as well. But Guardians actually has, in a way, has kind of rewritten the soundtrack to a ride, and actually it has become just one of those really amazing things that they tease you so long as you get on the ride, and you're waiting for the song to start, and you're just like, come on, I want to know what it is, and then when it starts, it's either that
that's conga,
or it's that whoa. It is a brilliant feeling.
I remember the day that I got all 6 songs, and I got Blondie was the one I was waiting for. I was there on my own, and I was queuing in row 10 with there was 3 people who were together, 2 in row 9, 1 in row 10. I was a single rider in row 10, and the guy in row 10 turned to me and he went, "Have you been on this before?" I said, "Many times." I said, I'm trying to get my last song. I said, I've got to get that. He said, "What are you waiting for?" I said, "I'm waiting for Blondie." And he's like, "Right, we're going to manifest this." And he literally sat in the car next to me going, "Come on, we're manifesting Blondie, 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 Blondie." And all 3 of them were going, "Blondie, Blondie." And then it plays, and I was like, we all went, "What?" It was like the best moment ever. And it was just such I've never met these people, but we were bonded from that moment onwards. And I will always remember that moment of, getting your last song. So I think that's the excitement, part of the excitement. I mean, Guardians is an amazing attraction anyway.
Yes.
But that jeopardy of you don't know whether you're going to get conga yet again, or Disco Inferno, or whether you're going to get something decent.
You've never had conga?
No.
Okay. What kind of conga?
When we're in January in Epcot, we are riding it.
We're going to keep going.
To be honest, it comes back to the very first time I rode it. With Claire, and it was just the most incredible feeling. And having been on the show and actually said, when
you literally went, "I am not riding it unless I get
a flock of seagulls." I ran, and it was just like it was one of the moments of last year, having not been for 5 years, where it actually gave you goosebumps. The fact that you'd actually, like with yourself, Claire, you've actually guessed the song, and it just comes right, and it's such a magical feeling. It really is. So, what other songs would you like to see introduced onto Guardians?
God, better Becca go. No, you go first because I don't think you'll have chosen the same stuff.
Because Claire's got a long list.
Do you know what? Well, we've used it already, but originally I wanted, ever since the first time I wrote it, I wanted "Don't Stop Me Now" on there.
Oh,
that was the song that I wanted originally
on
there, and I think that would work quite well. What about you, Becca?
I don't really know. I'm going to be honest.
I'm trying to think of other songs from the Guardians films that just would fit.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of other, because that's not my genre of music that I know a lot of.
Shall I go through my list?
So yeah, you go through your list.
Keep the show short. We'll let Claire read her list.
No. So the number one song, and I say this every time anyone ever asks me, is Average White Band, Let's Go Round Again.
Yes.
Would be incredible on that attraction. Because
only if they let you go round again. That would be even better.
What, if you get that song, you do it twice?
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
That is such a brilliant track, and it's exactly the right pace, and it's fun, and it's upbeat, but it's still 80s, and I love that. And so I've had many a conversation with nice guy Zach Brown about the fact that song should be on Guardians, and I don't know if it was ever in the conversations. I don't know if that was one of the things they considered or not, but it's such a perfect attraction song. Additionally to that, I have Duran Duran, Hungry Like the Wolf.
Yeah.
Because that again is that same sort of pace. It's
would
fun.
Work.
It would work.
Definitely work, yeah.
Joy Division, Love Will Tear Us Apart. Again, similar in terms of 80s vibe and similar to. Yeah. See, John, I'm like talking your money now.
Oh, yeah.
And then my wild card to replace Tears for Fears is Huey Lewis and the News, Power of Love. Because who doesn't love Huey Lewis and the News?
I don't like Huey Lewis and the News, but I can see how it works.
I'm not sure I know the song.
I think what I'm going to do after the show.
You know what? It's one of those ones I probably know if I've heard it, but I don't know the name of the band.
That's Back to the Future.
Yeah.
It's from Back to the Future.
And that might be the issue.
Yeah, probably. That's probably the problem. But
I had an idea what I'm going to
do. You've never heard of Huey Lewis in the News?
Is after the show, I'm going to create a Spotify playlist with all the songs we've chosen for tonight. So if anyone hasn't seen...
That's such a great idea. Joy, everyone can contribute to it. Yeah. But those are my top four songs that I would like to see in Guardians. But Average White Band is my number one. Yeah. Definitely.
I've only chosen one. Because actually it just fits perfectly. It's Badlands by Bruce Springsteen. It's just it is the quintessential from the very first drum roll. It would just fit, and that's where some of your selections, Claire, just fit alongside it. Yeah. What I would also say, which is a really brilliant thing for Guardians, is the whole fact that I wasn't a great Tears for Fears fan, and then. And especially Everyone Wants to Rule the World. It just became like,
can't be bothered with it.
Oh, I love it now.
No,
I've really got back. It's because I'd heard it so many times in the 80s, and I was just like, oh, Tears for Fears, right? Okay. But even this year, we found I do take myself to listen to 80s radio stations and stuff like that. But there's one radio station we listened to was playing a different Tears for Fears song. I'm like, I would never even have put that in any way, shape, or form. I would never listen to it. And because of Guardians, I thought, oh, I'll listen to this. I really enjoyed it. And I'm like, here we go. This is the whole point of music. It's that whole thing about just reliving in a ride memories that you have from when you were a kid and stuff like that. Another good one. This is just coming straight into my head. Be nigh on any OMD song, any of them, because actually they're all very much on that sort of electro pop.
Yeah, I think Duran Duran is like the classic as well. In that, you can have Rio, and that would be amazing as well. It's the same sort of beat and pulse that goes through.
I'd love to know their original list, because I know when they were doing, I think was it Behind the Attraction, they showed what the amount of what sort of music was going to be put into Tower of Terror, Mission Breakout, over in California. That the amount of times that they were riding that ride until they got to the limit, that was synced with the music that they used for it. I can't imagine what they did, how many times they were going around with Guardians to find out those final 6 songs.
I kind of want a bit of Roxette in there as well.
No,
Guilty pleasure.
I couldn't do Roxette and Huey Lewis and the News. That would just be far too much for me.
A bit of the look. It'd be great.
It worked. But it
Becca, do you know who Roxette are?
Nope.
Oh my goodness! Oh right, we have to build this playlist just for Becca's benefit.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of 80s music.
Which is also a great song.
Big one.
Yeah.
Main stuff. But
the other thing as well, though, Claire, and this is actually a really highly noticed thing in America. If you're a fan of the Police, the amount of radio play that the Police get in America is amazing. Is way more. So you can actually have Synchronicity 2 on that playlist as well, because that's such an amazing song.
I can't wait for our Spotify playlist. And Jacob, thank you so much. Absolutely. Hue and Cry. Great choice. That would be so good.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, right. The playlist is coming at you, people.
I love it. I actually went to see Hue and Cry loads of times before they made it big.
Oh, amazing.
They were, and I was there the night that they split up the first time when the two brothers had a strop with each other.
I did think about things like Dire Straits, Money for Nothing as well. You know, all of that stuff with that really good pulse and that.
Yeah.
Good. Classic 80s.
Yeah.
Bangers, I think is the phrase.
Yeah. Don't get me beaver nuts out again.
But yeah, Guardians, there's so many options. What I just want them to do is not repeat the monstrosity they did at Christmas like 3 years ago. That was horrific.
Didn't get why they did what they did for that.
So you could do Christmas. You could do a really great montage of things like Run Run Reindeer and, you know, all sorts of great stuff. But they didn't. And
they've got their own Christmas song. It was her holiday special has a Christmas song.
It does. It just was horrific what they put in there. It was so bad. Yeah. And it didn't ruin the ride, but it ruined the experience of not knowing what you're going to get. And I think that's the fun bit for me.
I think that for me is actually, and like I said before we start talking about songs, that is the bit of Guardians that is rewritten. The rule book. Yeah, I agree with Wendy.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think Wendy, you're right. Becca does need to do some 80s music research. I could just send her all my record collection. That'd be it.
Oh, your vinyl.
Vinyl.
Yeah.
Send me a list.
My Spotify, I've got several Spotify playlists that I use when I'm driving around, and most of them are 80s. Millie knows all the lyrics to all these things, and I'm such a proud mum that I've done something right parenting-wise.
So I'll tell you what, Claire, but that's really scary because actually there's so many songs from the 80s that I haven't shared with the kids.
Yeah.
Because you just think, oh, that's not what they'll listen to. But they come on the radio, and our Joe would be like, oh, love this song, Thompson Twins. He loves the Thompson. he loves the Thompson Twins. And I'm like, how do you know about the Thompson Twins? And then Howard Jones was another one. I'm like, how do you know that one? It's bizarre. It really is. But that's how 80s music is just so good.
This is
it. Good 80s music, I hasten to add, because there is some that is not very good.
But when my 12-year-old goes into school singing all the correct words to Pat Benatar, I am a happy girl.
It's true, though. Yeah, it's bizarre. It really is. It's like there's so much from the 80s that stands the test of time and still stands up now as being, do you know something? We should have friend of the show, Andy Goulding, on to talk music. Because he's on Greatest Hits 80s doing the breakfast show. And actually, he's the one reason I actually started listening to his breakfast show, just purely because the 80s music you can get,
Post-it note. Let's get Andy on. He's been 6 castles in a year.
You're all right. He's coming on to talk about seeing all these castles.
Let's do 80s music for them.
I think we'll ask him the similar questions that we've just asked as well. So, there you go, Andy. Okay. You've got it incoming.
Yeah.
Right. So let's head into the park. So they were the obvious two. They're the two that I think probably we've wanted to reimagine and have around.
I've got another.
But go on.
No, not for Guardians. I've got another attraction that I want to go for.
Well, I was going to go around the parks. So, but
All right.
go on. Go
I'm
first.
where it's 9:15.
Go on. Let's
Okay,
get it
can we
in.
stay in Epcot?
Yeah.
And we can go Journey to Imagination.
Okay.
Ooh, controversial.
And I know it's been talked about in the past in terms of reimagining, but I just think that if they were to add in Phineas and Ferb and a little bit of disco miniature golfing queen
Golfing queen.
and Squirrels in their pants,
Oh wow.
that would just improve the ride significantly.
That's
No idea.
yes.
I think that's it.
How to plus Figment?
Oh,
Let's introduce Phineas and Ferb and have the music because
so
everyone
was it
loves
from, what
that.
was it in Swinter?
Swinter, right?
Yeah.
It'd be great. That's
Can keep his
imagination
little,
at the perfect, and we can have Figment
Yeah.
in there too.
Oh, I love that.
That would work. I like that.
That was. I just want to throw that in because I think
I was going to say something along with that. I always thought that like genuine sort of imagination. I just thought went to like Willy Wonka, the song from
Pure Imagination.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm.
be an easy
Yeah.
easy tune to swap over with.
I've
but
just seen
not sure.
Jacob's. I've just seen Jacob. Thank you. That is definitely 80s. Dancehall Days by Wang Chung.
Chung.
Oh, that is that belongs. I like that.
It's going on the playlist. Thank
Yeah.
you, Jacob.
So, apart from Journey to Imagination, what about Spaceship Earth? Does anyone have any songs that you actually think would actually make it, and just sort of, maybe they're doing it as we speak, before it reopens.
I think if they were to extend it and you had an additional scene, you could have music in that. But
Or
I
maybe
wouldn't.
we could just have a bit of music on that bit when you're going backwards, when there's just kind of silence while you're doing
It's
the.
too busy trying to
What
work out
while you're doing
half of your face and choose your options.
while you're
of
choosing your
for your
options,
future and
something futuristic-y and
maybe you could choose the option of having a soundtrack versus narration.
What was the old Epcot music that used to come in?
Into the park.
yeah.
In the entrance.
That was, if you could have that as the music as you're going backwards, that would be so cool.
Yeah, that'd be nice, actually. I still think with the narration, you should get a choice. Do you want Walter Cronkite,
Jeremy Irons.
or Dame Judy? You could
Right.
have all. You could then go and ride all three. It's similar to the Guardians whole thing. You could just mix it up.
choose your
a little bit.
narrator.
Yeah, I like that.
Instead
I mean, they
of
must still
choosing
have them.
the language.
They must still have all those recordings.
Well, they must do because Deep Park Radio has them because they play. So
So
when
if
I'm
you don't, we
when-
can just ask the Park Radio.
when
for
I'm
them.
Just go on
listening
to
to Deep Park
YouTube.
Maybe
Radio,
next-
it's just a very different version of this Spaceship Earth, but it doesn't sound like
Yeah.
Dame Judy.
That would be great if you could do that. If you could just pick.
I'm not sure what song would go well with it. Because the thing is, you've got so many different scenes.
Yeah.
I don't think you can have anything over the scenes and the narration.
I think
Bit
something
of-
as you
Nothing
don't
with
have
words
A
anyway.
bit of
So
Pink
you'd have to
Floyd
go.
or something like that. Pink Floyd would be a really good way of just sort of background music. Just nice, sort of, comfortably numb, something like that. That'd be good. What about
You'd have to be-
Soarin'? I'm going to move as quickly through this because otherwise we're never going to get to the end of the show.
The Soarin'
No.
soundtrack is incredible, though.
You
It
can't
is,
replace
yeah.
that. You
I
can't,
actually feel with Soarin', just like we've just mentioned about narration on Spaceship Earth, maybe you could play that whole thing that obviously it purely because of the ride and things like that, but one screen shows the original Soarin'.
Yep, the original
And
soundtrack.
you don't know which one it is until you
Yes.
ride it. That would be a way of mixing Soarin' up.
Why do you think the original Soaring is so much better than?
Over California is the
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
beautiful. And I don't even like the attraction, but I like the Over California.
yeah.
It is
Yeah.
amazing.
I love the music for Soarin'. The queue line, not so much, but I do enjoy the soundtrack for Soarin' in so much that I just think it's stunning and it's so atmospheric. Even if you've got your eyes shut, you can still enjoy it.
Oh, if you want something from the queue line, leaving on a jet plane would probably work.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, a bit of John Denver in there as well. That
I asked ChatGPT
Fly me to the moon.
for an
Fly me to the
option.
moon, yeah.
That'd be
And
from Mission Space, I suppose, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I've got 3 options of soaring around the world. I'm going to be 500 miles.
I need to put the comedy there. That's fine.
Fly away, Lenny Kravitz, and learning to fly, Tom Petty.
Oh, yeah. That'd be good.
Now, all of them would still work in the Muppets Rock and Roller Coaster as well.
That's going to be Queen. We're not going back to that. I've decided. No further discussion.
You're going to be so sad when it's not Queen.
I know.
I know, that's what I'm trying to
take my
think.
AirPods.
I'm hoping they've got at least one Queen song.
So I'm just going to take my AirPods. I'm going to play Queen in my ears instead.
That's an idea.
Do you like they used to do on Rip Rap Rocket? Use your music.
Yes.
Yeah, but the ride was not so great.
Yeah, it was. I still regret that going, but that's another thing. Anywhere else in Epcot? Should we actually have a completely different musical score for Frozen?
I don't know. Part of me feels like they need to.
He says playing devil's advocate because he doesn't like it. So
I'd like it if they put Lost in the Woods in there because that's
Yeah,
I-
it's
Frozen
the
too.
second film.
I know they're updating the animatronics, but maybe update a new scene or here and there and have something from
Right.
Frozen 2. Especially, what was it? The Panic at the Disco version.
In the queue line.
Yes. But ChatGPT's offer for that was Ice Ice Baby.
oh dear me,
I don't think that would go very well
no.
on that attraction.
They might wonder who would actually be paid the royalties since it's not Vanilla Ice who actually did it, which took them years to sort out. I'm gonna move us on because the one thing that I would love most dearly, more than any other ride, leaving apart the Muppets, leaving apart Guardians, I would love to see the old song brought back to Living with the Land.
yes.
I just feel that. Here we go.
Tiny little seed. Tiny little seed that's reaching up to meet your need.
This is just such a memory maker for me. I just
Let's
remember
listen to the land. We all know it's just beautiful. And actually, when you're on the ride now,
I sing it every time I get on.
I do, and it's just like I should actually just get my phone out, just press play, and just because I've downloaded it actually into a playlist, and it's just like it is the most brilliant bit of music, and it's just like it fits the whole theme of the ride, and bring it back. It must be easy to do. Or maybe it's another one they don't want to pay royalties to the guy who wrote the song. I think that might be the issue.
So it's a difficult one when something changed from an attraction, you've got used to it. It's can you imagine if they change out all of the songs in Guardians, and you
That's what they're changing them to.
and you didn't get September back, or you didn't get
Blondie.
yeah.
That's my favourite.
I'd be quite happy if both of them moved on. I think that would be.
So you wouldn't have been there, John, for the 21st of September when they played it all the time.
As a former teacher, the song September resonates completely differently. And I always put this in the trip report. It's like whenever you get September and you're just like, oh, flipping heck, this is it.
Yep.
Here we go. You're going back to work soon. Every time you hear that song, it's just like, no. It's a bit like Green Day who did When September Ends.
Yes, maybe When September Ends.
That would be a better one. That would put that in. I'd trade that for September. That would be a good one.
Can I propose we go to Magic Kingdom?
That's where I was hoping we were going to go. That's good. Go on, Claire.
Can we put a soundtrack to the Speedway?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking along the lines of Top Gear and More Than a Feeling. by Boston. Or
Okay.
See, I was thinking of what's the Formula One theme tune called?
Fleetwood Mac, the Chain.
yeah,
Yes, that's the one.
Fleetwood Mac, the Chain
Oh,
would be
that was so
absolutely
good.
perfect.
all of those great drive. White Snake, here I go again.
Yeah.
All of those great sort of like big driving power ballads. Oh, you're going.
At 2 miles an hour.
From one to the other.
At 2 miles an hour, yeah.
That would be so much fun. It'd be the irony of that would be brilliant. I just think it'd be hysterical.
It maybe get something off the James album, Whiplash. I think that'd be just
like Betty Ram Jam. You know, let's get it all in there.
You could just do Life is a Highway.
That would work perfectly.
It'd be perfect. All of those great driving songs. I just think it would be the humour would be perfect.
But maybe they have a Christmas overlay and they do was it
Driving Home for Christmas?
Holiday Road by Lindsay Buckingham from
you could totally do that.
Cool, wouldn't it?
That'd be so fun. What about Spaceship Earth? No, don't mean Spaceship Earth. I mean Space Mountain.
Space Mountain.
Bit of Bowie. Let's get a bit of David Bowie in there. Space Oddity.
Starlight.
Yeah.
And then you get
and then you control to Major Tom.
Yeah. But you could actually have that playing just before, just as you're
going
the
the
tunnel.
Line.
Yeah.
How did you guys with that first tunnel?
Wendy, you are the winner. Rocket
Man.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh, that would. See, this is easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the only issue, and I'll put this in there as well, because actually, if you listen to this and you're and you're Becca's age, and you're into that little bit of hip hop, and you're into that sort of,
hip hop,
little bit of garage house and things like that.
If you don't remember the 80s.
I barely remember the 90s.
Yeah. Neither do I, but that's a me thing. No,
that's a whole other reason why.
Maybe that's where you get a little bit of. Was it the Shaman? Yeah, Move Any Mountain. I'll go for Move Any Mountain, not the other song that they sang. But yeah, that has a bit to answer for it. But yeah. I'm pretty sure all the suggestions we made so far, someone listening to this who's much younger will come around and say, "Oh, you've missed out all of this," and we have deliberately, because it's not very good. It's not music I listen to, so that's basically it. But yeah, Space Mountain. I think Rocket Man is absolutely perfect, Wendy. Any other ideas for Space Mountain?
No.
I got there you go, a little bit more recent. Was it Space Man?
That would be good. Yeah. Stan Fender.
Yeah. There we go.
That works.
Now, if you're going to do Space Mountain, would you do People Mover and put a soundtrack to the People Mover?
Absolutely not.
Just because they're thinking Life on Mars as well.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
See, another bit of Bowie.
More Bowie.
More Bowie.
Yeah.
So we've got Queen for Rock and Roller Coaster, Bowie for Space Mountain.
We're doing something for the British music industry here, aren't
Under Pressure somewhere in the middle of the monorail.
That would be cool, wouldn't it?
To be fair, there should be music on the monorail.
There should.
But but can you imagine everyone under pressure, and it just gets to that bit, that under pressure, and everyone would be just doing the same dance and everything. It'd be cool.
I think it's totally worth it.
Music brings the world together.
It really does.
I'm going to be controversial. I'm going to take us to Tiana's. Right.
Okay. Ooh.
Right. So would you? I would I put brand new music to Tiana's. I actually feel that at the moment it doesn't really bring that Disney magic to me. So I would go to this really old film that nobody listens, nobody watches it very much anymore because nobody can find it. A film called Song to the South or something.
Song of the South.
Something like that. Yeah. And it had some amazing songs in it. And maybe you should just retheme Tiana's a little bit and then put Zippity Doo Dah all the way through it.
Maybe.
I just thought a nice little original idea that would maybe would change it for the better.
John, I could plus that. What you do is you move the same ride, you copy it, put it in Disneyland Paris, and have the Lion King music on it.
Yeah.
And make it a water ride in Disneyland Paris.
In the rain. Yeah, in the rain of Disneyland Paris. Yeah, now that'd be interesting.
What you need to do is put Tight Fit Lion Sleeps Tonight in there, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope they have.
Or maybe that goes in with the Jungle Cruise.
I had that on my Jungle Cruise list.
Yeah.
I had Welcome to the Jungle on my Jungle Cruise list.
Yeah.
Yep. I just think there's so many things you could change. Yeah.
Any more in Magic Kingdom, or should we go to Animal Kingdom and then we could reuse the same songs again?
Yeah.
What? Just like
Welcome to the Jungle.
Welcome to the
Jungle. As you're walking in.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of what you would put on Everest, and I really struggled actually because it's. I think
Ain't no
Every
mountain. Ain't no mountain high enough.
Ain't no mountain high enough.
Oh, cool. Yeah. There we go. Shaman, move any mountain. That's it.
I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, I don't know if I want music on Everest because it's so atmospheric. You get that sound as you're going through, and I don't know.
Maybe some music.
I tell you what they don't want on. If anyone's been up to date with what actually is happening at the real Everest this week, there was a massive snowstorm, and there was like 1,000 people trapped on the mountain that they've had to walk down off the mountain, and it's just like complete. So definitely don't put "Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow." I think that would be quite highly inappropriate. Just saying, like.
I don't know. I think the thing about Animal Kingdom is some of the music is really, really great. So when you're walking, the background loops and stuff are fun. And then you think back to things like the Jamming Jungle Parade. Actually, I know when I walk through Animal Kingdom and I get to, particularly going through that Africa section, when you go over the bridge into Africa and you get that background loop going through, I like a little bit of bop going through there anyway. And I don't know if I would want to change that. I think there needs to be something in the safari queue, because currently that is deathly dull.
Yeah.
And that's the one I was thinking about it earlier as to the one area where there's a real gap in terms of sound. And I think the queue for the safari is one of those areas.
I'm just going with Circle of Life.
I don't want to listen to the Lion King over and over and over. That's the thing, because I can go next door for that and watch the festival.
True.
So I think there needs to be, I don't know, it needs to be something animal related, whether it's like something from Dr. Dolittle or
Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
you get everyone getting out there, right? Bang! That would be a great song though, wouldn't it? That would make the queue go a bit quicker. You just like
not when you stood there 45 minutes, it wouldn't
listen to the same song. Yeah.
And that, I think that's
I still have a few different ones playing.
But that's the one area of Animal Kingdom where I feel like there's a bit of a dearth of sound, particularly if you're in that back area, which is like looped around the bushes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wendy. Lion Tonight. Yeah, that's
that'll get everyone singing. I'm sure there's a Katy Perry song, isn't there?
Oh, Raw.
There you go. I knew I'd get there. I'm not a great fan, obviously, since I didn't know the song, but there you go. Thank you, Becca. There you go. I do listen to music.
That's a current one that we wouldn't know, John.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not that Katy Perry does different things, you see, so that's it. Yeah.
But yeah, that was the one area that I thought probably needs something.
Yeah.
The other areas
Harley River Rapids
needs to be shut.
It is.
Sorry.
It's 3 months.
Sailing.
But yeah.
Not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure what would suit that.
I actually struggle with this because actually I do feel that, like you said, Claire, I think the Animal Kingdom itself doesn't need a different soundtrack added to it. And I actually will come to the studios in a minute because I feel quite similar to that. But even going back to EPCOT and going back to Magic Kingdom, some of the background music that people miss, if you get nothing else from this show, just have your ears open, especially as you're walking into both parks, because some of the background music loops are just absolutely incredible. I know, Ben, you mentioned about Deep Park Radio.
Yeah.
And if you listen to Deep Park Radio, you actually get that real feeling of being, you don't need different songs to make the place better. However, that some of the music they've got there already is just incredible, and people miss it. People miss it.
Yeah.
And that's the bit that shocks me at times, is the fact that, you know, you try and have a conversation with someone and do you hear, how did you feel as you walked into the park? And like,
yeah,
oh, what? And you say, oh, you know, it's like up with the titles that you usually get when you're coming into Town Square in Magic Kingdom. What? No,
especially Hollywood
idea.
Studios. It's as soon as you get off the Skyliner, you just hear the big band music, and you. That's one of my favorite loops.
Christmas round Echo Lake.
Yeah,
I listen to. So there is a playlist of that on YouTube, and that is my Christmas Day while I'm cooking dinner playlist, and I listen to it back to back repeatedly because it's amazing. It's got "I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas" on it, obviously, which is a necessity. But that Echo Lake area at Christmas is incredible. So is Sunset. But I think Hollywood Studios particularly has brilliant music for the holidays. It's so good, so good. I cannot wait to be there and experience it.
No, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
I think as well, and I know we've done Rock and Roller. I think the only one within the studios actually possibly, and for me, it's completely untouchable. So I'm not even going to go there and say that Tower of Terror needs something. However, having seen and heard how they've actually overlaid other previous Tower of Terrors with a Guardians theme and a Guardians music type thing, I really don't feel that. I would hate it for it to lose.
I don't think they did do it. I can't see.
I'd be chaining myself to the gates of the hotel.
You'd be like they were when Maelstrom shut. You'd be there sitting.
Yeah, a little bit, but actually, Tower of Terror is different. Tower of Terror is the greatest ride. End of. Yeah, because actually, it doesn't matter about roller coasters and that. It's the whole feeling, and it's even the pre-show. I don't get bored with the fact that you have to watch the same thing again and again.
It still makes me nervous every time I watch it.
It's just amazing, absolutely amazing. So it doesn't need it. But what I was going to go on to is the fact that, given that the studios has got so much IP-driven rides and areas, does that mean that it becomes kind of untouchable musically? Because it actually, to continue that theme and to continue that immersion, does that whole bit become, you have to have either music from the films or John Williams all the way through when you're in Star Wars land? And I actually feel that. Yeah, but I think
it could be just the John Williams park, to be honest, because you've got Indiana Jones over the other side.
Yeah.
Just if we moved ET in, we'd be well away.
Oh, wouldn't we just?
That is a great idea for a theme park. Any attraction that is based on a John Williams soundtrack. A bit of Harry Potter.
It would be like, imagine, it would work in the UK, wouldn't it?
Be amazing.
It's like the John Williams Memorial
theme park. That'd be perfect.
And it's just like, that would work. However,
just move Jurassic Park over to Hollywood
Jurassic
Studios.
Park, all of it.
Maybe it could have its own portal within the Universal
Epic Universe expanding. And
John Williams area.
But next to it, you could have an Angelo Badalamenti theme park, and like sort of all the music from Once Upon a Time in America, and even the Twin Peaks soundtrack and things. See, we're onto something else now. We're just
this is a whole new thought.
This is just got.
And if you just Google John Williams movies, the list is endless.
Oh yeah, and they're all got amazing soundtracks.
They're all incredible.
Yeah. Is there anything we've missed? Because actually, I'm just aware that we've rattled through quite a lot, and actually,
I think we've covered a lot of ground.
I think we have.
Yeah.
And actually, it's just been completely off the wall thinking. If you listen to the podcast on this, and you're probably now searching for, if you're in the UK, There's greatest hits 80s, there's absolute 80s, and there's a new station called Nation 80s. Just click on them and you'll know where we're coming from when it comes to 80s music. You can't go far wrong.
So that's training for Becca for next week.
Yeah, and when you find yourself singing along to half, you sing along to half the songs and you're like, I didn't realise I knew that.
Yeah.
You're going to have to change your phone to only play 80s.
Oh, this is the thing. I'll probably know half the songs. I just won't know who the name of the bands, or the name of the song.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Because actually,
Ben's going to sort out a playlist that everyone can access. Exciting.
Yeah, and then we can put all kinds of stuff on there as well. Any chance we can put any Half Man Half Biscuit on there just for just for
we mentioned
time.
It
just for old time. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up because otherwise we'll just go into plugging every 80s radio station. If you are in Orlando and you have a DAB car radio, I will try and find the actual radio station that it is an 80s music station. It saw me through, and actually, despite
I think it's Absolute 80s is the one you're thinking of.
I'm not sure.
That's one on Sirius.
Yeah, it's not Absolute because Absolute's the one in the UK, but there's it's down the same line. But I listen to that more than I listen to Springsteen FM, which is very unusual. And I think one of the key moments, I even text me mate, and we went from the 192 up to Universal, and we had the breakfast show played Echo and the Bunnymen, The Cure, New Order, and then Teardrop Explodes, and you're just like that is prime 80s music, and you just
can't get better than that. The Cure is amazing.
That was so different from our drive from Boardwalk to Universal that day. We just listened to the Phineas and Ferb music all the way up.
There you go, you see. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Just a massive thank you to everyone in the chat. Wendy, thank you so much. You've been there.
Thank you, Wendy,
throughout, and everybody else who's been in there as well. A massive thank you. Yeah, I think it was just stirred the hornet's nest. So if you want to add your own thoughts,
that'd be cool to talk about on a show in the future. What do we want to see for Villains Land? What music should be involved? That'd be amazing.
Ooh, yeah, right.
Leave it with us, Wendy.
I'll put it on my post-it note, Wendy. That's it. And actually, just be assured that none of the songs that we've actually talked about tonight have changed within the parks. Unlike the prices that have gone up, these songs haven't yet made it. When they do, there'll be a show all of its own about that as well. But so many amazing things. So check out Waffler's Arms. We will be back next week. And also, we also had old podcast. We're only at the 8th, so it's last week. If you missed the start of the month podcast, do check that out because actually there was a load of brilliant stuff in there, including celebrating Halloween in August. The mid-month is out next Wednesday, so we get another Wednesday where we actually get to celebrate the fact that we got podcasts out. So blatant sort of plug-in for the show and things like that. So we appreciate that opportunity in October. So thank you very much. Until next time, we'll see you soon.
We'll see you real soon.
Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing.